Hey, Steve here doing the muscle car crawl at High Octane Classics. And this is the tale of the T-Tray. Starting in 1989, Porsche utilized something called the T-Tray air foil right here in the tail of Porsche 911s. Now, we all know that 911s came out in like 1964. They were air-cooled all the way up till 1998 when they went to liquid cooling. But again, this is a 1977. This car right here was born a coupe, but was decapitated and turned into a pretty good facsimile of a Cabriolet. In fact, keep in mind, Cabriolets didn't arrive till 1983. So this is a hot rod Porsche. But before we get into the workings of the T-Tray spoiler, let's look underneath the hood. This is a air-cooled flat six. Of course, we know it's air-cooled. As soon as you see that big cooling fan, the magnesium housing, we know that this is a belt-driven fan which draws air past the aluminum cylinder liners and bores to cool the engine. Again, no radiators on Porsches until you get into the mid-1980s. But beyond all that, starting in 1973, all Porsches flat sixes had electronic fuel injection. But we don't see it here. And again, this is a pair of Weber 3-barrel carburetors. So what we have here is a hot rod Porsche. You know, people hot rod Chevelles and Roadrunners and Mustangs, well, Porsches too. But something pretty cool, getting back to the T-Tray spoiler on the deck lid. Now, these arrived again in 1989. And what these things do is at 56 miles per hour, there's a sensor inside of the car which causes this to rise up and go horizontal. And so basically it does this kind of a trick right here. And that's about exerting 80 pounds of downforce at 100 miles per hour, but also equally importantly, it cools the engine. Now this is allowed to pass air, but the way this thing works is pretty novel. Again, this black vent here does pass air. If you shine a light through this, you'll see it come through. But this spoiler right here, 80 pounds of downforce at 100 miles an hour. And keep in mind, 911s are rear engine cars, notoriously tail happy if you're not a good driver. So downforce is a good thing at the tail of any 911. But getting back to the T-Tray spoiler, how does it work? Well, the sensor sends an electric signal to a wire right up here, and then it activates an electric motor here, which then turns a cable, which spins a worm gear inside of this structure here, which then activates and repositions the spoiler, again, to allow that 80 pounds of downforce. And again, it's about 80 miles per hour. But here's the thing, a lot of owners of these cars don't like the look of the spoiler when it goes into full activation. They say it's kind of ugly, so there's actually a process to deactivate the spoiler if you're so inclined. And they were also seen on coupes, by the way, and Targas. But another thing too about that spoiler is it's a well-known fact that the German police, when these things activated to 56 miles per hour, if the cops saw you go by in your 911, they knew if the spoiler was up, you were going more than 56 miles per hour. So if you were like in a 40 mile per hour zone, on go the lights, here comes the ticket. But you know, muscle cars, active body panels, not just about air grabbers and cowl induction hoods on Roadrunners and Chevelles, also seen in the world of the Porsche 911. Well, that's just a small piece of the world of muscle cars we'll explore here on the Muscle Car Crawl. If you like this, be sure to subscribe to the Steve Magnanti YouTube channel.